guys, and welcome to my channel. Sorry, I just thought I might do something different. I thought, by the title of the video, I just thought it was appropriate. And does anybody remember how good that song was? Like, I could not help myself. I think I listened to that in the car on the way back from the gym about like 10 times. Damn, that song is good. Anyway, so today's video we are going to talk about how to get that sexy back, where your lats go out and then your waist comes in, then you got the booty. We're going to talk about that, and I've got a workout for you to show how we can achieve that and all the good stuff. But before we get into it, make sure to follow me on social media, on Instagram. All the links are below in the description box. I post things like, other workouts that I do that I don't sometimes post on my YouTube, and also some diet hacks, some tips and all that sort of stuff that I like to share that I sometimes always don't get to film on YouTube, also being new to YouTube as well. And of course, don't forget to, that's right, like, comment and subscribe, and you will not be disappointed. So right, let's get into it. Right, working your back. So important to be able to get that beautiful kind of like V kind of shape, and then you kind of curve out. And then the thing is that it kind of creates the illusion in a way that you've got like this tiny waist, and you've got the big butt, and you're not a big butt, but perky butt, and the back really helps, because what it does, it sort of does that, if that makes any sense at all. And the way that we can achieve this is by diet, but obviously the training that we do. So in the training that I'm going to take you through in a second is very high hypertrophy, meaning it's a range between 12 to 15 reps. I like to mix up my training, as I've mentioned before. So there's going to be a week where I do hypertrophy, which is what I'm doing in this video, and then maybe the next back workout I'll do proper strength training, which is where I'll do some deadlifts. I used to be able to do pull-ups, but ever since I've had a shoulder injury and I've dislocated my shoulder, I can't actually do pull-ups anymore. But that doesn't matter, it doesn't stop me. I'm still going to do things on the lat pull down, and just make sure that I go really, really heavy, doing the 4 to 6 rep range. But in this video, we're going to stick to doing hypertrophy. And that kind of almost is a great one for beginners, just to sort of get their way into doing into a back workout. And then obviously you can, even intermediates and advanced, I do this as well, just to kind of mix it up. And also to give that slightly more of a burn. I sometimes find doing strength training, you get more of a pump than a burn. I think, to me, there's a difference. Some people may not think that, but I think this is a great way to do it. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's go.
Alrighty guys, so first we're going to start off with some reverse cable crossovers. Now these are really good to target and warm up your back and really get those muscles engaged in your back, and just make sure that you really squeeze on and holding that motion when you get to the back of the exercise, and that's really going to engage those muscles. I really recommend doing some of those. I'm going to do four sets of 10 reps on those. Now we're going to actually go into the actual workout, which is a superset. You know me, I love my supersets and my trisets. So first of all, the first exercise is a incline bench bent over row. Whoa, that's a mouthful. And you're going to do 4 sets of 10 reps, 10 to 12, I would say, depending on the strength and how you're feeling. And then you're going to move straight into the next exercise, no rest, and do some inclined bent over flies. Again, God, what is it with the mouthful on these back exercises? Anyway, moving on, and we're going to do 4 sets and 12 reps of those, really squeezing when you get to the top. I cannot emphasize on the squeeze, people. Right, so first triset of the day, we have got, first one is a lat pull down. Now this is what I really recommend, especially if you want to work up to pull-ups, is try to go kind of heavy as possible. And once you get down to the bottom end of the movement, you really want to make sure that you engage those muscles and squeeze your back as hard as you can, and almost pause at the bottom and slowly on the way up. I actually found this weight a little bit too heavy, therefore my speed is actually probably increasing. So that's probably my error, but this is all trial and error. We're all learning here. Now, the next one is an underhand grip lat pull down. This really is really good because it works on your biceps as well at the same time, as well as hitting your back. And I really find actually this really hits a different angle of your back. This is a great one to do. I love supersetting it with this one with the normal lat pull down, and then going into the next exercise, which is a cable row. And again, we're doing 4 sets of 12 reps, keeping very hypertrophy here. And you really feel it now, like in between your shoulder blades, and you almost want to pinch those shoulder blades together when you pull back on the row. I really love this exercise. This is a great little triset that I find really helps me engage my back, and I would really recommend doing this one. Right, now triset number 2. This is an absolute killer. I have no idea why. Not so much this exercise. This exercise is great. Make sure when you do this exercise that you almost really stretch when you come all the way up. Therefore, you really feel it in your lats. You probably will also feel it in your shoulders just a little bit, obviously, because the shoulders are connected. And then we move on to a bent over row using the cable machine and pulling it towards your belly button. Now, I found doing this way is really good, nice little variation instead of doing it over the barbell, just because I think it mixes it up. I also think sometimes using the barbell also can be a hassle, especially if the gym's really busy as well. Just can sometimes be a bit difficult. And then we move literally straight into doing a cable underhand row, again for 12 reps, and you're going to repeat the same thing another 3 times, with, remember, there's no rest in between each exercise. Obviously rest in between sets, but not in between exercises. Then the final superset is just firing up those biceps, which is just a normal, I call it a side dumbbell, because it's literally, you're not sort of doing it, it's really difficult with the video to show, but I'm actually doing it on the side here, almost at my hips, if that makes sense. I think that just sometimes just brings a different motion to the bicep curl and just something different. And then we move on to the final movement, which is a dumbbell hammer curl, and you're going to do these for 4. I chose a relatively heavier weight for this. I think I chose 6 kilos in each arm. As you can see, I am struggling like crazy, and it was a great burn. So this one I really just love to finish off my back and biceps workout with.
Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. So obviously that was a back workout, and I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling it after that one. I really genuinely was. And so anyway, I think the key is to really squeeze your back muscles, and almost like somebody's like, you know, example, like when you come down on the lat machine, is like, make sure that there's somebody like pressing into your back, and it's like being a real pain in the ass, and you're trying to like get rid of it, and just like squeeze, and then really slow movement on the way back up. Because the way, if you think about it, the actual challenging bit, if you think about it, is the movement of letting go. I know there's an actual word for it, but I cannot think of it right now. I'll put the proper terminology down at the bottom, because I'm having, you know, blonde moment. No disrespect to blondes, by the way. That will really create your strength, and that makes the movement 10 times harder than actually just doing, like, I could just continuously do this, and I'll get tired after like 20 reps, but it won't actually do anything. If I pull down really slowly and I squeeze my back muscles, like hold that for like 2 to 3 seconds and then slow on the way back up, my lats are killing me just doing that. So you really need to make sure that you have that mind to muscle connection. This goes for everything: back, chest, triceps, biceps, legs, glutes, hamstrings, abs, all of it. So it's just making sure that you really tense those muscles. And yeah, so that's kind of all I have for now, and I'm going to be coming up with some new content soon. Anyway guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.